Ini iwi katoa na mihi e ke koutou. Ko loose ensign, tumaki o te papa Atawhai aho. Na rira, tina koutou, tina koutou, tina koutou katoa. We were a country that came out of the Pacific, and in the words of Tatimu Te Hiuhiu, we should be contributing back. He led the World Heritage Commission, and one of his first meetings with me, he said, Lou, we must lean in and help the Pacific communities. And we're doing this today with a partnership, and we have some experience in this area, and we've got this vision for predator-free New Zealand, this work we've been doing on predator-free islands, be in the sub-Antarctic or Raoul Island or in the Hauraki Gulf. And even scientists like Hugh Robertson, who you're going to hear from, who have been working on the kakirore. So we're delighted to partner on this work on invasive species and how we can help in the Pacific. We think this is something that we can add unique value through scientists that work on this in New Zealand and through working alongside Indigenous communities in the Pacific. We see this as an area with increasing climate change that some of these ecosystems are increasingly more vulnerable. We're seeing that in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and we want to lean in and help our Pacific neighbours at a time when you really need help and we can stand up. We've already been involved in training programs in Samoa, and we intend to do a lot more, and we are thinking of you at this time, and I'm delighted to be working with you. Kia ora koutou katoa.
Kia ora, I'm Hugh Robertson from the New Zealand Department of Conservation. We are one of the original partners of the PRISMSS program, and we've contributed in a number of ways already through the invasive species course last year in Samoa. Today I want to talk to you about translocations and the importance of translocations, and I'll give you an example of a translocation I was involved with in the Cook Islands. Translocations come towards the end of a restoration program. So you've got to do all the groundwork first, getting the site ready, getting the predator numbers down, getting the local communities involved, and just building up support for translocations when they actually happen. Now, all species have important roles to play in the ecosystems they're in, but there are some species that have particularly important roles, such as the fruit pigeons that carry the seeds of large fruits around the forest, the seabirds that bring nutrients in from the blue Pacific to the land. So some species are also very important culturally as part of the cultural identity of the Pacific and the Pacific way of life. And so these might be species you would consider for translocation. The translocations can return species to a site where they've disappeared in the past, can bring in ecological equivalents of species that have gone extinct in the past, or to restore healthy functioning ecosystems. Translocations are mainly active, where you're transferring a species from A to B, but they can be passive, and we've had quite a bit of success in attracting seabirds to new colonies just by broadcasting seabird calls at night, and passing seabirds are attracted by those calls and come and land and they found a new site which is suitable for breeding at, and so that speeds up a process that might take hundreds or even thousands of years. Now, the example I want to use is the kakirore from Rarotonga in the Cook Islands. Its numbers got down to just 29 birds in the world following the invasion of ship rats into the Cook Islands in the 1800s. Through a management program in the Takitumu Conservation Area, we built that population up to 250 birds by the year 2000, at which stage we felt that the population on Rarotonga was resilient enough now to be able to sustain a translocation to Atawhai Island, also in the Southern Cooks. So establishing a second insurance population on Atawhai was very important, just in case a major disaster struck Rarotonga, for example if they got a direct hit from a cyclone. And so nowadays the population has gone from 250 on Rarotonga to 500, but we also now have 150 birds on Atawhai, so we do have some resilience for that species. Climate change is real, so we need to build resilience for not only the human population but for the wildlife that surrounds us. So threats have become more frequent with more frequent and more severe cyclones. we find that there are pests that like the warmer conditions that didn't cause any problems in the cooler conditions, but as the earth warms, then things get worse. And also, of course, sea level rise is going to be a threat to many Pacific communities. So PRISMSS creates a pathway through which, through its regional program, to create more strongholds for nature across the whole Pacific. So I just want you to think about what key species would you protect in the face of climate change.